Yo. You got it.
Oh, all right. And over to here. Perfect. Where'd my stupid headphones go?
Oh, I gotta let my dog in 1 sec.
There we go. Look at that. He disappeared. He is a magician.
Come in 1 sec.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Oh,
I'm here. I'm ready.
oh, look at that. Awesome. It's if you could see my setup right now, you'd laugh at me because I'm standing behind. You can't see me because I have a mic or I have a camera on the, on the Twitch stream and whatnot. But I'm behind a bar, and I have to run around the bar and call you on Skype, and
Nice.
and then I have so now I'm gonna have to wait till someone says, "Oh man, Outlandish's mic is too loud," and then I have to run around and turn it down by a little bit. But nobody said that yet.
The
So
price we pay. That's the price we pay to gig, man. They don't get it. They
yeah,
don't get it.
they don't get it. Before we start anything tonight, I just want to say thank you, because this is called putting you over, but in actuality, you're putting me over tonight. So
Well, thank you.
I
Appreciate that.
yeah, I do. He's a bit loud, is what I just got. Don't worry, we'll do that in 1 second.
Let me see if I can fix it on my end.
Oh, it's probably my end. I like to listen to my music loud. We were just listening to your band.
Oh yes, heart to
Yeah,
heart.
yeah. So that was extremely loud. So let me just run around the front. You don't have to do anything. Just let me run around to the front. Give me 1 second.
You got it. You got it.
Say something, Zicky.
Hello. Hello. We're live. Hello.
One more.
Hello. Talk to me. Yes. Work it, Sydney. Yes.
Ah, that's perfect. That's good enough.
Beautiful.
that's
Send all
that's good
send
enough.
all complaints to my PO box.
That's good enough. I decided to go with these different Bose headphones tonight that my mom gave me. So I'm sad.
Nice. Shout out to mom.
Hashtag the mom.
Check mom rules. What's
Yeah.
up, mom?
uh, yeah. So like I was saying, thanks for doing this. It means a lot to me. Yeah, I've always tried to do like this variety wrestling Twitch show, like a Twitch show with a wrestling gimmick. And part of it, I wanted to have interviews on it, and it's really hard to get people.
Well, I back it. I thank you for having me. I appreciate you asking me to be on the show. I'm always willing to see. That's the one thing that I love about myself and the way I handle business. Is I love reaching out and love being able to do these kinds of things. A lot of people still haven't heard of Zicky Dice, even though I've been around for 4 years. You still give me an opportunity to reach some new people, new potential fans. So I appreciate you for that. If we can both put each other over,
Yeah,
so be it. Let's do it.
let's do it, right? And it's funny because you say that. I stumbled upon you. Um, it wasn't on the NWA, which you can catch yourself right now on the NWA every Tuesdays at 6:05.
That's right.
I stumbled upon you on a Retromania. So Retrosoft is a company, a video game company, which I interviewed on here, and I follow them
Uh-huh.
on Twitter, and they're doing this whole indie mania thing
Yeah, I
where
saw that.
yeah, and
Yeah.
somebody suggested you. So I had been clicking everybody that got suggested, and I saw your name, and I was like, oh man, this guy's got a mullet. He's wearing a fanny pack. This is right up my alley, man. He's like a pair of Zumbas away of just like being my best friend ever. So
Believe it, I got him. And dude, I heard that game, not for nothing. Outlandish Zicky Dice is perfect for Retromania. I see they have all the little voters of all these little so-called wrestlers on there, and good God, good God,
right, exactly.
I belong on that video game, and I need to get on that video game. I'm gonna, dude, I gotta call. I'm gonna have my agent call somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have yet. But if I did, he would be on the phone right now
if
making that
he
call.
if he did, he'd be on the phone right now. I agree. I
Right.
think, and so somebody must have suggested you because
Yeah, I've gotten a few tags recently for the game. I don't know how that works. I've had a lot of random stuff pop up as of late. Like I woke up yesterday to that you can now be Outlandish Zicky Dice and Fire Pro Wrestling.
oh, I saw
Uh,
that. Yep.
yeah, I guess that's available on PS4 and PC, which is pretty cool. He looks just like me, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Retromania would be awesome. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the game that it's
Oh,
based after.
oh,
It's one of
it's
my games. It's
WrestleFest.
yes, that's right, which is one of my favorite wrestling games ever, and just the whole style of play. It's a classic, so that'd be pretty cool. Stoked to see this Retromania, regardless of who makes the cut. So,
Yeah, we'll
and
get you.
they have a whole NWA like portion I saw on the game, don't they?
Yes, they got the NWA ring. They got Nick Aldis on there.
Oh, good grief,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Nick Aldis.
And I
Well,
think
maybe if NWA decides to keep me around, I get to maybe make a little name in NWA. I'll find my way in that video game one
well,
way.
we'll jump right. I take these notes. I try to be professional and like write these notes down. I never follow them. Every interview, I've never followed them. So sometimes I jump back and forth. But speaking of the NWA, we have a TV title tournament coming up that you're a part of.
You're looking at the future champion from the past. I am the future of the NWA from the past. Plain and simple. Outlandish Zicky Dice is your safe bet to be the 6 minute and 5 second man. I will be television champion, world champion, whether the world likes it or not. So you might want to get acquainted to the Zicky Dice name because it will soon be a name you'll see every Tuesday at 6:05 p.m.
Now, Zicky can last 6 minutes and 5 seconds, correct?
Some of his exits may not say that. I think Zicky Dice can last 6 minutes and 5 seconds.
I mean, it was. I mean, just putting that time limit on there like that, just asking for jokes like that. But yeah. So it's gonna be great, and we're gonna culminate that tournament. Like I have anything to do with it. We're gonna culminate that tournament at Hard Times here in January 24th.
January 24th, right around the corner.
Yeah, yeah, it is right around the corner. Happy New Year and happy
Happy New
holidays,
Year,
by the way.
yes. Yes. When everyone has an outlandish New Year.
Yes, that's right. Oh, I looked. I looked.
Everyone does.
Everyone does. So let me speaking of future and past, let me jump into let me go back to the future here a little bit. Um, what is your background in wrestling? Professional or just
Uh,
amateur?
I grew up. Let's see. I started wrestling at I think 4 or 5 years old. Um, two-time national champion in freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling. I also wrestled some Sambo wrestling. So I wrestled all the way up through my sophomore year in high school. I had quit after my dad passed away and started music. So I started a few punk rock bands and stuff like that, which led into me singing in Heart to Heart. Heart to Heart did a bunch of cool stuff. We were on Warped Tour, on a bunch of other cool tours with like 4 Year Strong, Story So Far, Comeback Kid. Uh, um, we did a bunch of cool stuff, and there was one night on tour that I was acting kind of heelish on stage on purpose, trying to get a reaction from the crowd. And the tour manager's like, who's a good friend of mine, John James Ryan Jr. Shout out. He's like, I need to talk to you after at the end of the night. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh, what I do now?
Yeah. So I walked up and he's like, I think you need to become a professional wrestler. He knew that I loved professional wrestling. I grew up watching professional wrestling at a very young age, which is what got me into. I hate the term amateur wrestling,
Right.
which got me into freestyle, Greco-Roman, collegiate style wrestling, Olympic style wrestling, and um, he's like, I think you need to be a pro wrestler. So I text Seth Rollins, who was like a fan of the band, and I said, hey, I want you to train me. And he said, ha 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 ha, are you serious? And I said, yes, I'm going to be better than you one day. And he said, I'll see you May 1st. So I packed up my shit from California and I moved straight to Moline, Illinois, where I'd never been before, the Quad Cities there, and started training at the Black and Brave. And I graduated in the third graduating class from the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy about 4.5 years ago, and have been working on Zicky Dice and trying to make a name ever since. I wrestled all around the country. I wrestled in South Korea a few months back, and now just landed my way in the NWA. And I think the NWA and Zicky Dice is a perfect fit. I feel it's the stage that I need. It's very fitting for my character and who Zicky Dice is, and I'm anxious to see and curious to see where things will go from here. So that's all of it in a nutshell. That's the synopsis right there.
That literally was the cliff notes right there. Amateur wrestler, a champion, sixth grade to who knows sophomore
Yep,
year.
I like to say that I went from the band to wrestling. I went from one side of the carnival to the other. It's still the same circus, but just a different side of the carnival.
Well, I know. I can't speak. I'm not in a band. I don't wrestle, but from what I've heard, uh, being in a rock and roll band and being a wrestler has a lot of similarities.
There's definitely a lot of similarities. I had a huge jump in the game when I got into wrestling because I knew where to get good graphic design work done. I knew where to get good T-shirts done. I knew how to message promoters. I knew how to handle that side of business, and that's a lot of that I picked up just by experience, hands-on with Heart to Heart. I was able to get Heart to Heart out of my mom's garage and out into the mainstream, and that's just by grinding. So I took that, transferred over to wrestling, and been sticking to my recipe and my grind ever since. And I don't have time to slow down. I don't have time to hang out with naysayers. I just do what I got to do to get to the next level and be successful. And the best part about it, the difference between Heart to Heart and Zicky Dice is I don't have to rely on other people. I feel there was parts in Heart to Heart where I was handling a lot of the work, and if everyone would have pulled their weight, we could have been a little bit more successful. But now I get to put all of my time and energy into Zicky Dice, where I am my own boss and I'm in control, and we can see how that's panned out.
Yeah,
So
yes, we can. Now, when you made that transition from rock and roll to wrestling, and you jumped into the Black and Brave Academy, you were talking to Seth Rollins, you're building this character, and I hate throwing out the word character. I just don't because I'm not in it. I'm not in wrestling, so I don't feel like I can even say that. But how did Zicky Dice come about? Like
oh
how?
man, it's been a transition. Like it's been this constant morph. So people have been calling me Zicky for a while. Yeah, even Zicky Dice. I made that up in like the Heart to Heart days. It was like if I was a pro wrestler or I said that I was gonna be a pro wrestler. That's what my name would be. My name is Nick Zappo. That's where Zicky came from. Take
Ah,
an N and Z, switch Nick, and Zick turned into Zicky. I used to shoot a lot of dice on tour, so that's where dice comes from. Zicky Dice. And I started off like, oh man, I wish I had the embarrassing pictures to show you. Like for my first match, I was like, it's like casino pit boss, like wearing these like white pants and like a singlet, and like I was fat as hell. I lost like 80 pounds since then, since I first started wrestling. Um, but I was slowly morphing, and then Zicky Dice does a lot of magic tricks. I don't know if everyone knows that. I don't do any
yes,
of those
I've
just
heard.
yet. Um, but I started adding magic to the gimmick. I love uh, Harry Houdini and watching a lot of magic growing up. I've always been fascinated by magic and a fan of magic, and it's different, and I like being different. So I've added that to the shtick, and then I would like to say I made up the word outlandish because ever since I started saying no one would ever say that word, now it's everywhere, everywhere. Outlandish, outlandish, outlandish. So I'm gonna go ahead and take credit and say I made up the word outlandish. And as soon as I added the outlandish to outlandish Zicky Dice, that's when the character's been getting more fun. I stopped giving a shit about what other people thought about me,
There you go.
and and who I had to please in the business and walking on eggshells. And that's when I started having more fun. And I've just been taking over ever since. Um, so that's the plan. No slowing down.
And that's one of the things that attracted me to reach out and contact you is your view on not really giving a shit, not going into business for yourself, doing what makes you happy, what makes Ziggy Dice happy. I
hundred
keep,
percent.
you know what? I keep saying. Sorry to interrupt you right there. I keep saying Ziggy Dice, and I.
It happens all the time. Rollins called me Ziggy for like a whole part of training, and I never had the heart to correct him, so I was
well,
just like, whatever.
well, you can correct me because I'm not a champion, but and neither is he, by the way. Just gonna throw that out
He
there.
was at the time. He
He
was at
was
the
at
time.
the
I'm one of
time.
I'm like one of 12 to have been trained by a current WWE champion. So I have that on my resume. I've got a pretty killer resume. I've been in the ring with Okada while Okada had the belt and trained with Okada at the New
Wow.
Japan Dojo. Um, I've been to Ring of Honor tryouts. I've had WWE tryouts. I've been around the last 4 years. It's just it's funny like now all of a sudden I'm on one episode of Power and then oh my God, who's this guy? It's like wake up, mother.
Yeah,
I've been here. I've been
because
here. It's time.
I started doing as my daughter is walking in here. What do you need, child?
I have my dog Ric Flair scratching at the door, driving me nuts. So I
Ric Flair.
remember that
Just
back.
get what you need from that laundry basket, and then you can move along. Um, anyways, what was so yeah. So when I started researching you, because I stumbled upon you, and we mentioned this earlier, and I was like, wow, man, this character is. I need to know more about him. So I started doing the research. I find out you're in the band. I stumbled upon some Tough Enough
Oh yeah,
promos.
yeah. I was that's super funny. I was Flair, come on. I was almost on that series of Tough Enough. It was to the point where I had almost left Black and Brave, and I had let Black and Brave know that when I was there. I let Merrick and Rollins know that I'm in a potential running for Tough Enough. I had submitted a video and all that, and remember I was in the grocery store and I got a call from WWE, and this girl, I believe her name was, I don't remember her name. Anyway, she said that like, hey, we're calling from Tough Enough. We love your video and this, and we think you're perfect, and I want to move you to the next step. And I had like a few more interviews with WWE, and then it got to I was like in the main running. They played my little promo video on one episode of SmackDown, and on TV, which was pretty cool. And then it came down to the USA Network, and the USA Network actually turned me down for Tough Enough. So
Huh.
it came down to that. So I went from there and just continued my run at Black and Brave, and created my own path ever since. So it's been an interesting ride in the last 4 years, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, and I agree. Like you were saying, like I found out, like man, this guy's been around a while. This guy, he at least knows what he's doing. And the thing that really attracted me was your promo skills, your character. It was, um, you're living the gimmick is what it appeared.
That's it. I don't know where the man and I don't know where Zicky and Nick.
Yeah,
My
right.
fiance said I have my engagement party tomorrow,
Oh my
and
gosh, are you
yeah,
serious?
yes, I'm
No,
getting married. I'm
we
getting
should have
married.
done this tomorrow. We could have had a
Yeah,
whole.
just down at the engagement party. I proposed mid-match. I had my fiance follow me to a show in Illinois. We went and worked for Dreamwave Wrestling, and I brought the ring with me, and I got her involved in the match, and she's super shy and totally the opposite of Outlandish Zicky
Yeah.
Dice. But I got her convinced that she was going to be involved in the match, and lo and behold, it turned around and proposed. So we're getting married. But she let me know yesterday that unfortunately Zicky is not invited to my bachelor
Oh,
party.
oh
So
man,
yeah, Nick has to go to the bachelor party. Zicky has to stay home. So that's a
that's a
bummer.
bummer because yeah, exactly, that's a bummer because I mean Zicky wears phenomenal suits. I mean, did you tell her like?
I try. I tried to invite him to the wedding. I tried to have Zicky be my best man, and she I will not marry you if this Dice is around. So it's putting a little damper in the relationship at the
Ah,
moment. Getting through it. I'm getting through it.
well,
Nick
congrats.
is a happily future married man. Zicky Dice, on the other hand,
Yeah, he's living the dream, right? I mean, that mullet alone.
mm, put a title belt on him. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I have a feeling the title belt's going on you. That's how I would work it,
Win that tournament too.
but that's just me.
I mean, come on. You got the hottest, youngest, not youngest,
Yeah, I was
young,
just gonna,
youngest.
I
Go
was
with young,
just gonna say,
curliest Sexiest, most tattooed, most entertaining.
Most tattooed, yes.
You know, I don't
And
know.
you got a fanny pack.
I don't know. I got a fan bag. We're on Twitch. Let's talk video games. How about that? Do you play any video games?
I play a ton of video games.
What do
A
you
ton.
play?
Well, I play Pro Wrestling Fire, which we can get Zicky Dust on there. I play FIFA.
I do like some sports games. I need to play me some FIFA. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch.
I don't play
Uh,
Overwatch.
my
Never
buddy
got
got
into it.
really. My buddy, I was good at it because I suck at aiming. I'm blind. I've wore glasses pretty much my whole life. I had
Yeah, me
LASIK.
too. Me too.
I had I
Did
had
you
LASIK.
really?
Yeah, when I was 21 years old, and the doctor told me, "Oh, Nicholas, I'll never forget your eyes." I said, "Thank you, doctor." He said that wasn't a compliment. I was like, "Oh shit." So I still wear glasses now, even after LASIK. I am. So aiming was never good for me. So my buddies convinced me to get the new Call of Duty, and all I do is get pissed off because I suck really bad, but I still have a good time. Still
Yeah.
trying to make it. I wish I had more time for video games. Unfortunately, I don't. But between work, wrestling, wedding, my damn dog, and everything else in between. But we're
I
here now.
You'll get it out. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm doing this live from the in-laws right now. That's where we are right now.
It looks
I'm
nice. Looks
yeah,
phenomenal.
thanks.
Got a nice
Before you
star.
called, before we got on this chat, I was playing hide and go seek with 3 and 4 year old. I made good friends with them.
we did the test. It's so funny
I,
because
yeah, I felt so bad. You heard the dog. You heard the whole
I
zoo
heard
going
every.
on. Right.
You know what? Don't feel bad because like 2 minutes before that, I had gone upstairs and I gave my wife my phone. I was like, "You gotta Skype me from upstairs so I can test this." So she does, and then I come down and turn it off and whatnot, and I see that you message me, "Hey, let's do a test thing." I was like, "Sure, let's do it." So I do it.
I
I
don't
was
want to
like,
do it on my phone. Like we're kind of we're in San Ynez, California right now, so we're kind of out. But like certain rooms have better Wi-Fi connection than others, and
yeah,
I'm borrowing. I didn't want to do it on my phone, so I borrowed the lady's laptop because I want everyone to be able to hear me.
yeah.
I'm not. I'm usually in 1984. I don't know how to use all this technology.
No, speaking of 1984, what are your thoughts on Back to the Future?
Great film. Catching it. The new one is coming out this Friday in theaters.
Get Out.
Yes, I
Th-
got tickets, dude.
this Friday?
Yes. Can you believe that?
What are you most excited to see?
In life.
No, in Back to the Future, in the movie that's coming out.
Just that car and the shoes and stuff. That's pretty cool. They have some cool technology. I want to see like what the technology is like in the future. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I should like if I do my math, I should be able to live to 337 years old
Do you
if I
have,
stay.
do
Yeah,
you
I
have,
have a good witch doctor I go to.
do you have
It's fun.
plans when you're 337 years old?
Yeah, I'll still be TV champion. I'll have the 10 pounds of pink, and I'll be doing everything else.
Oh, it's
Like
fun.
the 10 pounds of pink.
10 pounds of pink. That's right.
Oh, as soon as I win that, I'm just gonna go ahead and just dip it in some pink glitter and gold and just throw it over my shoulder
I'll tell you
like
if
a Continental Soldier.
if nobody saw the most recent NWA Power episode, yeah, I think it was the most recent. Um, Zicky was Zicky had this blue suit on. It was blue, right? Oh
Yes,
my
yeah.
god, it's the greatest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Like that's what you should wear to your wedding.
Oh, I've got a good collection of suits. The wedding suits, my groomsmen are all pissed. I got us some like we're gonna be doing gold sparkle shoes with like a dark purple suit and like a goldish shirt. We're gonna look pretty fresh. It's gonna be outlandish to say the least. But
Outlandish.
they're not too happy. They're like, when will we ever wear a purple suit? I'm like, dude, just get the goddamn suit, okay?
You'll be
All
fine.
right?
Just put it
Yeah,
on and
exactly, exactly,
smile.
exactly. Because when I went to all these clowns' weddings, I had to wear boring colors. It was killing me inside. Now, what am I gonna do with a gray suit? Give me a break.
Nothing. You can wear a purple suit anywhere.
Damn right. Damn
Yeah.
right I can.
Wear it with a championship belt.
2 of them, 3 of them, 3 women, 4 women.
Oh man, that's true. So yeah, are you good now? Wait, what's today? So when are you going to see that Back to the Future movie?
Oh man, today.
After this, oh yeah, there's a 3 hour difference, so you'll probably go after this.
Yeah, yeah. I went and I had my fiance drop me off at the casino today by myself, and I won a poker tournament. That was nice. So I got a little bit of money. I'm hoping she falls asleep soon so I can go back and lose that money that I won. Because there's a casino conveniently 3/4 of a mile right down the road. So I like to play big boy games, and that's I've
You
got.
are a
Yeah,
gambler.
I like to gamble. Yeah, I'm a gambling man. What do you want? What do you want me to say? Hi, I'm Zicky Dice, and I have a gambling problem.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it takes a big man to admit that.
Yep, I'm gonna get a big fat steak once we're done here, get some dinner in me, and then call it a night. Gotta be up. I gotta hit the gym in the morning. I gotta go get balloons and pick up this half sheet cake for the party, and that's gonna be the day. Hanging out with the boys, having a few drinks, swapping stories, and trying to keep the fiance happy.
What does Zicky like to drink?
Right now, I am drinking a vodka and bubbly. Um, a vodka and bubbly. But if it was up to me, I like. I've had grapefruit mimosas lately that I'm in love with, and gin and tonic is Zicky
Oh,
Dice's drink. Gin and
that
tonic.
that's my father-in-law's drink of choice, a gin and
You
tonic.
know, like it used to be just my Vegas drink, but now it's I think my like all the time go to. It's a gin and tonic.
Yeah,
Go wrong.
that's
Can't
rough.
go wrong.
You
And I cut back drinking a lot because I'm still trying to get in shape and tighten up the body. So I'd rather eat cake than drink. But I am having a little bit of engagement party tomorrow. And it's the holidays,
It
all
is the
right?
holidays. That's right. You know,
Give me a break.
um, man, I tell you what. I want to jump back quickly. You're never gonna you're never gonna hear
Go.
this anywhere, but I want to jump back quickly to the fanny pack. Um, there is a infamous photo in the wrestling industry, I guess is how you would say it, of a certain wrestler standing in a fanny pack by his stairs. I believe I think his name is Dwayne.
Uh-huh.
Um, could Zicky reenact or emulate that photo? I mean,
I do have a few turtlenecks. Um, Santa was supposed to bring me a gold chain, and by Santa I mean my fiance. I wanted a gold chain for Christmas, and I didn't get one. So now I'm gonna have to
maybe
go
you could
gamble.
win one. Yeah, I was just gonna say maybe
Yes, yes,
you win
exactly.
one at the casino.
You know, you feel those brainwaves. You know, I think I can definitely win someone's gold chain tonight.
You sure can. You sure can. Now, I have a few questions. I asked one question already from somebody on Twitter. One of those losers that does the "This is the NWA" podcast. Adam and Gary, one of those guys. They wanted your thoughts on Back to the Future. We already asked that question.
Those
But
guys, like, I think they hated me at first.
I don't know, man.
Everyone does. Go ahead, go ahead. It's okay.
I
Everyone comes around eventually.
they do. They
It
should.
comes on a little strong at first. Yeah, and that just means I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
That's right, and that's why I'm telling you right now. That's what made me be like, I gotta get this guy on my show because he's just like me. He don't give a shit. He's rough around the edges.
That's the best advice. If I can give anybody out there in the world advice right now, listen up. Stop giving a shit about what everyone thinks about you. And I'm even guilty of this because there was a part in time where I'm like, I don't give a shit what anyone thinks about me. Maybe I didn't. But there was a part of me that still did. And when I stopped giving a shit and started having fun and doing things my way and the way I wanted to with my hard work and my determination, boom, I set the limits. So you yourself can set the limits. Who gives a shit? Stop giving a shit. I mean, YOLO, right? You only live
YOLO,
once.
exactly.
As corny as it sounds. Um, and I read this cool thing. It was like, actually, you live every day. You only die once. So
Yeah, that's a good
that as
point.
you will. Take that as you will. But I like to get the most out of my life. I like to travel. I like to entertain. Entertaining is a huge part of my life. And if I get to do that for the next few years and have fun along the way, so be it. Um, I'm here to stay. Zicky Dice isn't going anywhere. I'm ready to take over, and I don't know what's next. Couldn't tell you, but Should be fun for everybody.
It's-
Just buckle up and enjoy the ride.
Buckle up. That's right. One of the other questions from one of those fellas was, "What's your favorite band?"
Oh shoot. My favorite band. I've got a top. I just scored tickets to one of them, so we'll go ahead and say that. I have tickets to see Poison the Well for their 20th year reunion. Holy shit.
Wow.
January. So
Right.
Poison the Well is one of my top favorite bands. I love the Deftones. I love Alpine Trio. I love the Get Up Kids, the Starting Line. God, those have been all-time faves for a while. My all-time favorite song, though, this is tough. Do you have an all-time favorite song? Can you narrow it down to one song?
Can I narrow it down to one song? Oh
Yeah,
gosh, that might be difficult.
it is. It is very tough, but I've gotten mine.
You got
I've got
yours. All right, what's
yeah.
yours?
Mine is all-time favorite song is "Iris" by the Goo Goo Dolls. I think
Oh,
that the best song ever written in all of time.
Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yes, sir.
I would never have thought that.
That right? I mean,
Right.
next to "Do You Think I'm Sexy" by you know.
uh, what's the party song by Eddie Murphy? That's what I wanted to say. I couldn't think. I couldn't think of the title.
Oh, man, once this booze starts kicking in, my favorites all change. I'm like a walking jukebox. I wish my fiance was. I just start singing anything and everything randomly. Speaking of which, Heart to Heart has a huge announcement. I know we talked about the band earlier. I can't
Yeah.
say too much, but next 1 week, 1 week, 7 days, there's a huge announcement with the band coming up, which is pretty cool and exciting. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on right now. I have a few WrestleMania debuts announcements to make. There's some cool Zicky Dice announcements coming up. Uh, Life is good. Interesting. We'll
And
see. We'll see
we'll
what
be able
happens.
to find all those announcements at Ziggy Dice at every
Ah,
social
dude,
media, right?
dude, every place of social media. Yeah, can you believe it's that simple?
It's that
At
simple.
DICKYDICE.
Oh, that's a song.
Now we are family, so please go ahead and follow me. I don't know. I just made that up on myself. It reminds me of like Mickey Mouse Club, but it's just Zicky Dice. Zicky Dice. Zicky Dice.
What's your thoughts on intergender wrestling?
I love it. I love it.
And
I train. I trained with women.
you've trained
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you've
I
been
trained
in
with women.
matches, right?
I wrestled women. Absolutely. Gold jacket, green jacket. Who gives a shit? You know.
Uh,
What are your thoughts on intergender wrestling?
Speaking of intergenders, hold on, my baby wants to come over and get a kiss before she goes to
Power,
bed.
power bomber.
Power. I did. I put her in a torture rack earlier. Oh, you wanna say goodnight? Say goodnight, Zicky.
Good night, Zicky.
Good night, sweet dreams.
Give me a kiss.
Yeah,
All right,
took
take her to bed.
my heart.
Come
I
on,
want
let's go to
kids.
bed.
I can't wait to get married. I
Um,
have to hang out with these kids. I love kids. I've had baby fever for like the last ever.
yeah. They tell me. I mean, I'll wait till she walks upstairs. Night, hon. I have
Where are you
three.
from? What state are you calling me from?
I'm in New York. I'm in upstate New York,
Ah,
about Albany
okay.
area. I have three daughters, so.
Oh God, you're gonna be me. You're gonna be me. I'm gonna be you. I mean, oh God. So
and
my brother's having a baby. He just said he's having a boy, and I am gonna be you. Dude, respect. That's gonna be me. I'm ready for it.
and my one of my daughters asks all the time. They're like, Daddy, we want a brother, blah blah blah. And I was like, are you kidding me? And it's not. I say this. It's not that simple to have kids. Like me and my wife, and I'm okay talking about this. Me and my wife, we had three miscarriages, so we know how easy it can be. Like the first child we
Sure,
had was
yeah.
very easy, and then we had two miscarriages, and then our second child, then we had one miscarriage, then our third child, blah 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 blah. So it's not that easy, and like sometimes we don't want to put a foot in our mouth, but our middle child found out that one of yep, good night, yeah, okay, thanks, all right, love you.
Hey!
Our middle child found out that one of the I don't worry, Ziggy, I understand. Um, Found out that one of the losses that we had was a brother. So you hear all the time, like they'll say, hey, yeah, exactly. They'll say, hey, Luca, do you want a brother? And she's like, well, I had a brother, and blah 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 blah
Oh,
blah. So,
damn.
anyways,
Yeah.
I have
To-
a little faction
to
upstairs of
be real,
ladies.
I have a feeling that I might be infertile. I'm serious. I have this like mental thing that's like, so I want to go get tested and make sure my count's good. Everyone's swimming where they're supposed to be.
Is
That I got a few Michael Phelps in there. That's all I need. Just a few.
just a few,
A few with
Zicky.
the-
I
That's
suggest go do it because it's not
should I
gonna
do it
hurt
now?
anything.
Live? Do we check it now? Is that what we do
Yeah,
right here?
yeah, there you go.
We'll get the
I've
views up.
Hey,
Maybe.
listen, I've been banned twice for less. Okay, I'm
Well,
not.
we'll
I'm
be,
not.
we'll be the
Um,
we'll be the ones to do it. Let me get a refill. I don't know why I'm
yeah,
getting married
yeah,
if I have to get up and get my own goddamn drink.
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sorry, that's not nice.
No, it's fine.
I call
It's
my
fine.
fiance chicken. So chicken. Hi. Can I have a refill, please?
Do you keep up
Say
with
hi
the?
to the million people. Say
Look
hi.
at her. Hi. Oh, look
Hi.
at. Oh, she's so nice. Hi.
Keeps me.
She can't see
She's
me. Oh, there's the ring.
I wanted to get a 20 by 20 ring, but instead I got that one. I don't want my son.
Zicky Dice would have got a 20 by 20 ring.
Ziggy Dice would have got a 20 by 20 ring.
um, do you? This is a stupid question. This is like a typical
And
question.
I love stupid questions. I
Um,
live for them.
all right. Wait. First of all, do you do you have an NWA contract?
No, I do
No.
not.
Well, that's
NWA.
fucking stupid, NWA. First of all.
I did not have an NWA contract. The way I got into NWA and into Power was actually very funny. Um, I don't know if funny is the word, but it's interesting.
Unique.
Yes. I have been working for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
for about the last 3 years now,
Yep.
and I was never given any promo time. I was never given any time on camera. I had my matches. I was never given any backstage segments. Nothing like that. I happened to be there early, and they were like, "Hey, Zicky, you're here. You want to cut a promo?" I was like, "Sure, let's do it." So I went and got my stuff on, and I was out, ready to go. I said 6 words. Um, in that time, I was pulled into the back by David Lagana and Billy Corgan, where I was offered a spot at NWA right there on the spot.
Wow.
He said, "What are you doing?" Billy Corgan was like, "Wow, look at you! Look at your hair and your earring and your fanny pack." And I'm like, "Yes, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you." And he's like, "I'm Billy Corgan." In my head, I'm like, "Yeah, no shit, I know who you are." I
Yeah.
exactly. Like if it wasn't for you, my band wouldn't be around. Our guitar player, his favorite band of all time is Smashing Pumpkins. And not to mention, I don't want to talk to Billy about NWA or Smashing Pumpkins. I want to talk to
Exactly.
Billy about shapeshifters. Billy Corgan has claimed to see a shapeshifter with his own eyes. Did you know that? I'm big in
No.
the alien world. Love alien stuff. Billy Corgan has
Are
seen
you
a shapeshifter.
serious?
Dude, dead serious. Look it up. So like I'm waiting to have this conversation with him. One day we will. I want to have this full conversation because that's all that crosses my mind. Anyways, rewind. He's like, "What are you doing December 14th?" And I'm like, thinking in my head, I'm like, "Oh man, me and Chicken just planned a snow trip." I was like, "Absolutely nothing. I'm completely free. What else am I gonna say?" And he's like, "Okay, I'll reach out to you on Monday." Lagana reached out to me on Monday, that following Monday, and I had no idea what was going on with the NWA. I didn't know what my plans were or anything when I got there. We had talked recently, and it looks like I'll be around. I'm going to be at the pay per view and here for a little bit, and then we'll negotiate from there. But I mean, just by seeing the feedback, I don't think anyone can ignore what Zicky Dice has been doing in NWA. So I'm very interested to see where it goes. Personally, I would love to stay at the NWA. I think NWA is a great stage and where I need to be right now. So
I would have to agree. I think at this moment in time, your character fits what they're doing phenomenally. I don't even know how I got on this topic. I think I was gonna ask you like, do you keep up with the product, the other promotions, the other?
I try here and there. I've done a lot of silly shit in the last few months. When all AAW had All In
Yeah,
or All Out,
yeah.
I bought a billboard outside of the venue that said All Outlandish Zicky Dice. So I put up a billboard launching my own website and everything. So I've been hustling. I don't have much time to watch other product, but if I do watch wrestling, I am you can guarantee that I'm watching Rick the Model Martel, Rick Rude, Mr.
Oh,
Perfect.
Model
Uh,
Martel was
dude,
very
one of the best.
underrated.
One of the best, and it's so funny because I hated him when I was a child, right? But I go back to what I'm doing now, and I'm like, God
Yeah,
damn it, he's the best. I love Rick Martel.
I mean, all
I
those
mean,
guys that you just mentioned, Martel, Perfect.
even I had my WWE trial. I had a WWE tryout in June, and then this summer they released. Check out this documentary, Adrian Street, the most outlandish wrestler of all time. It's
Oh, those motherfuckers.
I see you. I see you. I see you because remember who I said earlier
Yeah,
in this Twitch stream who invented that word?
yeah.
I invented the word outlandish. Okay. So I've been watching Agent Street lately. I see a lot of people tweeting that I remind them of Rip Rogers. So I've even been watching Rip Rogers as of late. Just to see, what my comparisons to be. So it's funny because I'll be honest with you, I've never watched any Adrian Street or Rip Rogers. But just seeing that that's who my character's being compared to, I'm like, let's go dabble and see what's up. And that's pretty interesting for me. But I love 80s wrestling. I love 80s, early 90s wrestling. I mean, the colors, the character, and a lot of people have thought for a while that that was forgotten and oh, you'll never get over or you'll never work here or Zicky, you'll fall face first in this business. That character's not going to work. And guess what? I proved everybody wrong, and I'll continue to do that. I can work a lot safer and be a lot safer. I can literally do whatever you want. I wrestled a death match right before my NWA debut. I wanted to have one death match, and I said I would do that with Marcus Crane, GCW's Marcus Crane. He's a good
Oh,
buddy of mine, and I said when it was time, I would do a death match with him, and and uh, and I did, and it hurt like hell, and I will never do a death match ever again in my whole life. Hey, do you want to be in this video?
there's Flair. That's Flair,
Oh,
right?
Ric Flair. Say hi. Say hi. You're live on
Hi,
the camera.
buddy. Can you hear me? He can't hear me.
There, he can hear you now.
Hi.
Hi, buddy. How are you? Merry Christmas. Hi.
You're on the camera.
Hi.
Come here. Say outlandish.
Hi.
Say outlandish. These are my friends. These are my little friends.
Oh,
You
they're
guys
so
ready to hang
adorable.
out with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outlandish.
Outlandish.
Outlandish. That's
I
right.
know. That's right, dude.
You see that?
That's right. She bring me. She did. You showed him your headstand? Okay. I'll be there soon. I'm almost done. Okay. And then we'll come and play. You can stay in here if you want. Yeah, she's fine. You guys can stay.
Yeah,
But
it's
hey,
fine. What?
what's done? Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
I would be remiss if I didn't touch on this tonight. I am a behavioral specialist
Nice.
for children, but I guess it could be adults as well. I'm a behavioral specialist for children with autism, and I would like to touch on the fact that when I was researching you, I stumbled across a video on YouTube, Indeed, how you worked with adults with
Yes.
developmental
Yes.
disabilities. So, did you want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah. I've been doing that for, let's see. So I started doing that in kindergarten. In kindergarten, no, I'm sorry, kindergarten. In elementary school, there was something called lunchtime buddies, where they asked our class if anyone was interested in eating with the special ed students,
Yep,
and I
I know
raised my
exactly
hand
what
and
you're
I said
talking
yes.
about.
So a few times a month, I would eat lunch with the special ed students, and then when I turned 18, I was like, I want to work in this field, so I did. I started working in home care and the field. I worked for companies that have done. Hey, Flair. Shh, shh. Hey, leave. I worked for companies that I've done in home care. I've worked for traveling companies that are specific. Flair, that are specific to traveling with adults with developmental
You're fine.
disabilities.
You're fine, Zicky.
And then I landed that Indeed commercial, and someone was like, I saw a post. It was like, "Hey, have you found your job in Indeed?" And I was like, "Whoa, actually, I did." And the job that I found on Indeed is, I worked with my brother specifically, and we shot for 2 days, and they released a longer version of the documentary. And my personal opinion was a lot better than the one they
Yeah.
released now, but it's all good. Don't even get me started with that. Um, but I worked with a special case. I worked with this gentleman by the name of Jake, and no one wanted to work with Jake in the whole state of California.
Oh my
Um,
God, I've
Jake
been there.
had, yeah, he had a lot of behavioral issues. He was a 2-on-1, two staff at all time. He would fight us for 3 to 5 hours a day. Jake has busted my nose, my glasses, yeah, everything, you name it. But I took the job, and I was able to. I just picked up Jake yesterday. Jake was at my house for Christmas, and he's a part of my family. He's one of my best friends. So I still work in the field. That is a huge passion of mine. A goal of mine is to
Ziggy, you're gonna
um,
make me cry.
have my own special ed class.
Yeah.
I still FaceTime all my old students and all the time. Like I still do stuff outside of work with these people. I wouldn't want to work with anybody else because general public sucks.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I've met like the most amazing people in life who have taught me so much more than I could learn at any other job or any classroom or any school, not only about myself, but the way to love and the way to really treat people. And yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. So someone had posted today on Facebook, a friend of mine, that they were looking for a job. I can't find a job. No one's hiring. I was like, dude, try in-home care. Give it a
Yeah.
shot. Like try taking care of someone because you posting that, they're always looking for males in the business. There's not that many males that
No,
work in the
there is not.
so you will get hired and give it a whirl. Like if I mean, it takes a different breed of person that you got to be a little bit more patient than others at times, and you will have some hard days, but you will have some really awesome days. And I don't regret anything about it. That's what my main drive is. I would love to be so successful in this business to where John Cena has like the most wishes granted for Make a Wish, right? Like
Right.
I would love to push that and try and beat that. That's what I want to do. I've been wanting to get into. I did this podcast coming out soon. It's not released yet, but it's called Mental Hell, and that's with the boy called Davey from Vanna. I also struggle with PTSD, anxiety, and depression.
Yeah.
So I talk about that in this podcast, and it gets really dark and deep. So something I've been working on, a goal of mine over time, is to do public speaking. I would love to
You're
talk
doing a great
to
job tonight. I'll tell you that.
thanks, man. I would love to talk to others who have been through a rough time and like kind of motivate them and show them like, hey, look at all the cool shit I've done and look what I've been through. So it's all in the works, and I feel that everything's lining up the way I wanted to. It's if you would have told me a year ago that I would be where I am right now, engaged wrestling for the NWA. Um, good job. I'm surrounded by people that love me. I would have told you you're full of shit. Um, so I'm really enjoying this as I go. Like I said, being on here, the show tonight it's very humbling to me. I'm very easy to get a hold of. I don't think I'm too cool. I've never thought that. I'm just a regular dude, just trying to have fun in life. So that's why I do what I do, and that's me. That truth be told, I'm not as outlandish as I claim to be, but here we are.
But
So
we'll stick to the gimmick.
that's right. That's
Um,
right.
all right. You know what? I'm not even gonna go any further. That was phenomenal. You.
Dude, we left this door open. You know what? We can do this. We can do this every few months. I don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah.
We can do this whenever.
I mean, you almost broke me down and started I was tearing up. So, anyways, what I like to do with my guests at the end of the show is I'm going to, the floor is yours. You can say whatever you want for however long as you want. You can cut a promo, you can promote this, promote that. It's all you, Zicky. So
Awesome.
the floor is yours, my dear friend.
Awesome. Well, I'll start off by saying thank you so much for having me on putting you over. I truly appreciate that. It was great talking with you and getting to know you and interacting with me. You can check, like we said out earlier, I am on every piece of social media. It's at Zicky Dice. Please follow my band Heart to Heart, and you can find us at Heart to Heart CA. We have a huge announcements coming soon, and just please keep watching NWA, keep supporting professional wrestling, stay posted with me and my journey, stay posted with putting you over, and just live happy. Pay it forward. Do something nice for somebody. How about that? I
Love it.
challenge you to do something nice for somebody else. How about that? Nice and simple.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Ziggy. Have yourself a wonderful holiday, obviously, and a phenomenal party tomorrow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Hey, you are now one of my friends. Feel free to reach out anytime
Awesome.
and hit me up, and we'll stay connected, my friend.
All right, man. Tell Chicken I said hi.
I sure will.
See
Thank you.
later. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. That might have been my favorite interview ever. I really could have talked to Zicky all night long. I mean, I didn't even put my sunglasses on. That's my whole gimmick for the interview. Was my sunglasses. I never put them on.